Yeah, who lives in the pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants or something. I gave it this seriously right now. I don't. So listen, y'all see where I am, right? I am underwater. I'm coming to you live right now from Bikini Bottom. That's right, Bikini Bottom, the place, the home of one SpongeBob SquarePants. I'm not just here just to be here. I'm here because it is the 20th anniversary of the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. Yes, yeah, woo, woo. Yo, let me tell you, I've been hyped for this all year long. I cannot even lie to you. I have been so freaking hyped for this review to happen all year. I've been waiting patiently for this review to come up, and we finally here. We are finally at this. We are finally at this point where I could talk about this movie. I'm so hyped, man. Yeah. All right. I'm sorry. I just got. I had to calm down a bit. So, welcome to another Stone BrickWall Reviews. I'm Dave, and like I just said, right now I'm going to talk about the 20th anniversary review of the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. Before I get further into this crazy wild review, I want to remind you guys, go hit that like button down below, subscribe to the channel, you already subscribe, follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and now Blue Sky as well. I will be posting a link to the Blue Sky down here on the ticker below as soon as I get that proper information. That's a new site for me, so I'm navigating around there. And shout out to all of you coming from Blue Sky. Check this out. Really appreciate you guys. So and everybody everywhere, I appreciate all of you guys. So like I said, so this year I am doing 20 and 24. That means movies that turn 20 years old in the year 2024, which there are a lot of them. I'm going to be doing my best to review them. I got a few movies on this list. It was a long list, but I shortened it down based on movies I could find. And I'm excited to get to the rest of these movies before the end of the year. And I figured, like I said earlier, this is my magnum opus. This is my review that I've been so excited, so hyped, so ready for all year long, because this is a movie that I absolutely love. The SpongeBob SquarePants movie. So this movie released November. So I had a little bit of a discrepancy, right? So yesterday, they were saying that November 18th was the official 20th anniversary of this film. My information told me November 19th, which is today, the time of this recording, was the 20th anniversary of this film. Either way it goes, this film is celebrating 20 years this week, so let's get it. This movie follows SpongeBob on his biggest adventure ever. He has to save Bikini Bottom, and he has to save Bikini Bottom, his boss, Mr. Krabs, the Krusty Krab 2, everything from the evil Plankton who has enacted his grand scheme, his Plan Z. Yes, Z, the letter after Y, WXYZ. Here it is, just like you said. Oh, it's beautiful. It's evil. It's diabolical. And it's lemon scented. And that Plan Z couldn't possibly fail, and it almost didn't. SpongeBob and Patrick are tasked to go to the Forbidden Shell City to find King Neptune's crown, which was stolen and framed upon the stealing of the crown was framed on Eugene Krabs, who was SpongeBob's boss. But that wasn't the case. We all know that was the evil Plankton, but nobody else knows that. So SpongeBob and Patrick had to go find the crown, bring it back within 5 days in order to save Mr. Krabs and all of Bikini Bottom. Meanwhile, Plankton takes his chance to steal the Krabby Patty secret formula and turn Bikini Bottom into his loyal slave so that he can rule the world. Oh, hail Plankton. Oh, hail Plankton. Listen, all right, I know y'all like, yo, you are going crazy for this film. Let me tell you something, yo. Let me tell you something about my relationship to this movie. I saw this movie when it came out in theaters. I laughed my ass off to the point where my cousin was like, yo, I'm never taking you to the movies again because you laughed way too loud. The movie was not that funny. I said, it was hilarious. It's hilarious. I saw this movie in theaters. I was excited. I remember the first teaser poster. I was hyped. I remember the first teaser trailer. I was hyped. I remember the first trailer. I remember the first 2 clips that came out. I remember sitting there on my computer with AOL, dialing up, loading up. When you log into AOL, that was the only internet server we had at the time. You log in there, check your email, say, you got mail. I remember checking and going on the website, finding out as much information of the movie as I can. I remember every single poster that came out for this movie. I wanted to have one of them, but I didn't know that I could actually buy them. I had the soundtrack for this movie. I had the video game for this movie. I still have the DVD for this movie, and I watched it when I was a kid. I watched that movie literally, if not every day, I watched it every week, and I know 90% of this movie verbatim, to the point where I was watching it this morning with my kids and before they went to school, and I was just like reciting the entire movie, and like they were looking at me like, yo, are you all right? Laughing and reciting the movie and cracking the fuck up, because this movie is so good. Like, forget nostalgia. Put nostalgia aside for a minute. This is an actually really funny movie. This is actually a very, very, very funny movie. I've already told you what this movie's about. This movie makes great use of the long-running cast up to that point. You have all the returning cast members. Tom Kenny does an amazing job voicing SpongeBob. Clancy Brown does a great job with Eugene Krabs. All the cast, every single member of the cast is amazing. Even the guest stars we have guest stars Alec Baldwin as Dennis, Jeffrey Tambor as King Neptune, and Scarlett Johansson. Yes, Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow herself, the Avenger, is in this movie as Mindy the Mermaid. And this was before people really had Scarlett Johansson on that pedestal of that Scarlett Johansson. Like, she's the Avenger. Like, this was one of those movies where it's just like, wow, she was in that. Like, you know what I mean? This movie, like I said, it holds a very near and dear place to my heart. So many of the jokes were just fantastic. The plot, so I'm gonna get into my hot take on this, right? I'm gonna get into my hot take because I will be wild if I didn't get into my hot take. So before I rewatched this movie today, I did not think that this was the best SpongeBob movie. Boo, boo! I know. SpongeBob movie purists are coming to attack me. I know. But the reason I didn't think that is because I always thought that the second movie, which, fun fact and fun peek into the future, next year is the 10th anniversary of the SpongeBob movie 2, Sponge Out of Water, and you're damn right I'm going to be right back here in Bikini Bottom talking that movie, reviewing it, and telling you what I really think about it. So I'm going to save some of my thoughts for that time. But I think that the second movie, I thought it was better. I thought it was funnier. I thought it was more of a celebration of the entire series to that point. But there were people who did not like the movie. There are people who consider that movie trash. There are people who think that that movie is severely inferior to the first film. And for a long time, I was like, well, I don't really see that. Like, the second film is good. The second film is better than the first one. Like, the first one's good. It's great for nostalgia purposes, but it's not that great. Well, today I was proven wrong. I was proven wrong because I can see where this movie is considered the best and why it is considered the best and the SpongeBob movie. I can see why this movie is where people consider the end point for the show. I can see why people would have preferred that the show end with this movie. And I can see why people constantly question, why do we keep getting more SpongeBob movies when we have the perfect SpongeBob movie right here since 2004? So diving into that, no pun intended, but I am underwater. But no, getting into that though, I think that this movie, out of all three SpongeBob movies, or out of all the SpongeBob movies that could exist, this one has a complete story. This is the perfect plot for a film. Like, and this film was intended to wrap up the entire series. I know that people are kind of always like debating if that's actual fact. No, Steven Hillenburg, the creator of SpongeBob, did intend for this movie to be the end of the series. But of course, since SpongeBob was such a cash cow and such a moneymaker and such a rating success, they bought the show back and kept making more episodes, and they're still making episodes today. And they have another movie on the horizon coming out next year, I believe, which I'm going to see, of course. But excuse me. This first movie is actually the perfect SpongeBob movie. You don't get any better than this, and I will tell you why. So this has Plankton enacting his plan. He finally gets the Krabby Patty secret formula. He finally achieves taking over Bikini Bottom. He's finally the menace that he has always been destined to be throughout the show. Throughout the show, we see Plankton. He's evil. He does his diabolical things. That's great. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the culmination of his character. He goes full on evil. He's like, yo, I got you. I put this diabolical ass plan to effect. I sent the bounty hunter out to kill you, SpongeBob and Patrick. I got Eugene Krabs held up and frozen. The only thing I need is to take over King Neptune, the king of the ocean. And once I control him, I will rule the world, and you are all going to bow at my feet. He had people making monuments for him. He won. Plankton won. There's no other way. Like, and I kind of even questioned that myself when they announced the second movie and kind of like the plot of it. It's like, well, Plankton already got the secret formula. Doesn't he remember the secret formula? Like, can't he just go and try to reverse engineer a Krabby Patty or something? Like, he already won before. Like, why are they treating it like he's somebody who, you know what I'm saying, didn't win already, right? And also outside of that, this movie has a complete plot. It has a very strong beginning, middle, and end. It has a very strong hero's journey. There's peril. There's stakes. The stakes are high. There's at one point in the movie, SpongeBob and Patrick are about to be eaten by a giant fish monster. Like, at one point in the movie, they freaking die. Like, this movie is complete. It has such a strong character arc. You see SpongeBob going through his journey. You see Patrick accompanying him as a friend. You see the hero, the full hero's journey. That's what this movie really is, and it encapsulates that. It takes all the things that you love, well, most of the things that you love about the show, and it puts it into this movie. This movie has such high stakes. It feels the most cinematic and the most worthy of the SpongeBob movie title than any of the other SpongeBob movies. And I did not realize how much that actually mattered and how strong that was in this movie until my rewatch today. Having in my head that people do consider this the only good SpongeBob movie, I can agree. I can agree. This is the one where it makes most sense. It's an actual plot. The second one, yeah, as much as I love it, and I'll talk more about it next year, as much as I love it, it is a little jumbled. Things just randomly happen. The third one, we don't even want to talk about the third one, because how dare they put the plot of a 2006 special, Gary Come Home, and turn it into a movie. Like, they gave us the exact same plot, down to even giving us some of what the first movie was by giving us a King of the Sea. It's that part that was kind of weird. I don't really like the third SpongeBob movie. I'll talk about that another time too. But yeah, no, this is honestly the best one. This has the most memorable quotes. I didn't know it has some of the best expressions that the characters have in all the movies. I didn't realize that. Some of the most memorable dialogue from beginning to end. I didn't realize that. Like, this movie is actually like I said, I have to agree, people. I thought I was going to come in here and be able to shit on this movie and be able to give a hot take and say this is not the greatest one. The other ones are good too. Y'all need to stop holding this one in such high regard. Y'all need to stop sucking this movie's dick so hard. Let this movie breathe. It's just a movie. The other ones are just as good. They deserve the praise. Y'all keep shitting on them for no reason. But like I said, I gotta agree. Like, this one is honestly the best SpongeBob movie. It is the SpongeBob movie. Like, this is the SpongeBob Squarepants movie. The other ones are like the SpongeBob Squarepants movie. This one is the SpongeBob movie. So why do I love this movie so much, right? I love this movie a lot because, like I said, it brought me so much joy watching this movie as a kid. Watching this, playing this on DVD, listen to the soundtrack. Did you guys know? Fun fact. Oh shit, I'm about to nerd out. Did y'all know that the song Best Day Ever is the best day ever actually came from the movie soundtrack? That it wasn't in the TV special first. It was the movie that, yes, now I'm the SpongeBob nerd, right? But no, it was actually on the soundtrack. You got the perfect song for the ending of this movie, Ocean Man, taking by the land, give it to the air, that you understand. Like, you got that, you got the songs, all the songs that played during the credits. I know them. Like, don't even play with me. I had that soundtrack. Like, I had the game. The game was a pain in the ass to beat. I don't think I ever really beat the game. I think I just used cheat codes because I got frustrated. Yeah, no, like this is a solid movie. It's a very solid movie. Watching it with my kids, of course, y'all know my kids are one of the best meters for how much I enjoy a film, especially one that I saw as a kid or one that is for kids now. And they laughed at some of the things that I laughed at. And I was like, yo, like they think this is funny. They think it's funny. I won. Like, But the Goofy Goober rock sequence, oh my gosh. That used to be my favorite part. He goes like, what I've learned in the past 6 days, 24, 6 days, what's it, 5 hours and 27 and a half seconds or something like that. And then he goes into the Goofy Goober rock. I'm a Goofy Goober rock. Dun 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 dun. You're a Goofy Goober rock. Dun 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 dun. We're a Goofy Goober rock. Dun 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 dun. Goofy Goofy Goober Goober. Yeah. Like I love, like, come on. That was one of my favorite sequences of the entire movie because it was just funny. It was funny. Like this is such a great movie. And honestly, I love that this series has gone on so long and has still garnered a fan base, even though it's like an ancient show at this point. I love that this movie is still enjoyable 20 years later. I can still watch and enjoy this movie and get the same kicks and laughs out of it that I got then. I get them now. This movie is just honestly, it's perfect to me. I see that I'm freezing. Oh, just my video is freezing. But anyway, so you guys can hear me. Yeah, this movie is I really love this movie even 20 years later, and I think in the next 20 years after that, and I think the 20 years after that, I think that this is a movie that stands the test of time. The live action portions are still hilarious. The appearance by David Hasselhoff, who I forgot to mention earlier, these are all great choices that they made to create such a great film. I think it's perfect. It's one of Nickelodeon's best movies. It's great. It made such great money at the box office. It was a box office hit. Critically, it was beloved. Well, not beloved. Okay, so I said beloved, and then I looked at the Rotten Tomato scores and I said, well, that's not necessarily beloved. So on Rotten Tomatoes, this has a 68%. I can see where some people may have been a little less enthusiastic about the Yellow Sponge. But as for myself and my rating, because I can just go on and on about the same points over and over again, like I absolutely love this movie. I can't even lie to you. I love it. I love everything about this movie. I think as a kid back in 2004, I was very clearly giving this a 5-star movie, a 5-star rating. 5 stars across the board. We're on a baby hunt. Don't think we don't know how to weed them out. Down to you two deep sticks, one last 10 seconds over that county line. Oh, yeah, just watch us. Go over the line. Guy comes up. Give me the car. Takes the car. How many seconds was that? 12. In your face. Like, that's like, come on. I know so many parts from this movie. Like, it's crazy, man. But as a kid, like I said, I would have given this a very clear 5 stars. As an adult, I think I can stick to a 4.9, right? Oh no, it dropped 1 point. Nah, I mean, it's nothing like harsh or anything that it dropped the point, but I still kind of hold tight to the second one being a better movie, right? And then not even that, like it's still good. It's still good. Like it still has the same amount of humor. Am I allowed to drop it down like a decimal point? Gosh, it's still like the greatest movie of all time in my eyes. The best movie 2004. I mean, yeah, I love this movie. This movie's great. That's all I gotta say. Where can you watch the SpongeBob SquarePants movie now, right? Where can you watch it now? Well, not Paramount Plus for some fucking reason. Excuse my French. But I'm just saying for Paramount Plus to go around and say, we're the home for all things SpongeBob. You damn sure don't got the first SpongeBob movie on the 20th anniversary year at that. You know who does have it, though? You know where I watch? You know where you can watch the first SpongeBob movie? You can watch it on HBO Max. HBO Max, of all places, is the place you can watch the first SpongeBob movie. So that's where I watched it. Make sure you guys check it out there. At some point, it'll probably be back on Paramount Plus, but at that point, the 20th anniversary for this movie will be well freaking over. Great job, Paramount Plus. Jeez, what am I like? How are you the hub of all things SpongeBob, but you don't have the first movie there on its 20th anniversary and the 25th anniversary of the entire series? Yes, happy 25th anniversary, SpongeBob. Happy 20th anniversary to SpongeBob SquarePants movie. That was my little mini rant there, right? Came out a little past words. But I mean, yeah, I love this movie, man. So yeah, check it out. Watch it. Give yourself a nostalgia trip. Show it to your kids. Have a great time watching it. And that's really all I got to say. So again, happy 20th anniversary to the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, and happy 25th anniversary to the SpongeBob SquarePants character and series as a whole. Yeah, I love it. And I look forward to coming back here next year to talk about the 10th anniversary of the SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water, which I have a lot of great thoughts on that one too. So until then, thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and Blue Sky. Subscribe to the channel, hit that like button down below. Comment, what is your favorite movie? Do you love this movie? Do you like this movie? Did you not like this movie? Is this movie the most annoying thing in the world to you? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments. Just be civil and polite about things. And until next time, I think I'm going to spend a little bit more time underwater, exploring the different facets of the oceans. And if I find anything cool down here, definitely come back to review it. So stay tuned to the channel. And until next time, y'all, be easy, stay breezy. I tried to do my SpongeBob laugh. I'm sorry. Protect the Krabby Patty formula. Peace.